Hi everybody, it's Alexa here from Once Upon a Chapter, and I'm here today to show you the books that I hope to be reading in June. We're already almost a week into June, and Johnny and I are going to Orlando at the very end of June for the annual ALA conference, as well as to go to Disney World for a few days. So I'm not quite sure how many of these I'm actually going to get around to reading, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a try anyway. First up, I know this has been on the list now for 3 months running. It is The Beast. I did start it. I think I'm 70 pages in, and so I really just need to kind of sit down with this one and really get into it. I've just been reading a lot of other things, and I felt like I just kind of started this and then I put it down because there were just other books that were happening and due to the library and things I needed to read ahead of this one since I own this one. Next up, I would really love to try and get to Me Before You. The movie, I think, just came out this last couple days here, or is coming out this next weekend, so I would really like to get around to reading the book before I go watch the movie. Plus, everything I've been watching on YouTube lately, they spoil this almost, because they're like playing trailers to the movie, and I don't know what the book is entirely about. So I'm like scared to watch these little like ads of the trailer that happen before the YouTube videos I watch because I don't want to ruin anything from the book. So I feel like I really want to read this one before anything gets spoiled or potentially ruined for me. And then, of course, another book that's been on the pile now for, I think, 3 months is The Rose and the Dagger. I said this was one that I really wanted to get to, I think, at the end of April when it came out, and then I said that again in May, and here I am in June, and I still haven't read it because, again, it's a book that I own, so I can read it kind of whenever I want, but there were just library books that kept kind of piling up that were due, and I wanted to read some of those first, or Stephanie and I were reading a book together, so just didn't get around to this one, but I'm really hoping to read it before we go on vacation, so let's hope that happens this time. And I do have a book that I have checked out from the library, which is The Unexpected Everything. This is due back in just a few days, but I ended up deciding that I was enjoying it so far, even though I think I'm only 40 or 50, I'm like 50 some pages into this one. I was enjoying it so far, and I really wanted to continue it. So I ended up finding a coupon for Barnes & Noble, and I bought this one. So this one's going to be coming in my mailbox in just a few days, so I can kind of continue reading it since I'm only 50 pages through. And 2 books that are also checked out from the library for me right now, so I'm not sure if I'll get them done before they're due in about a week. But the first one is Reign of Shadows, which is Sophie Jordan's newest, and I enjoy her adult and also her young adult writing, so I'm really interested in getting to this one. And this one's also really short. I think it's just barely over 200 pages. Oh, actually, it's almost 300 pages, but it looks like a nice kind of quick, short book, so hoping to get to that one before it's due back. And I also have Jennifer L. Armentrout's newest, The Prom with Forever. Not really sure even what this one's about, but I have enjoyed some previous books by Jennifer Armentrout, so I'm hoping I'll really like this one if I have a chance to read it before it's due back to the library. Those are kind of the books I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading The Beast by J.R. Ward, currently reading The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I am currently, and have been reading for quite some time, The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. It's kind of like a book that I take to work and I read a little bit at work here and there when I'm on lunch break and stuff. So I'm about 175 pages into this one, even though it's, I think, about 500 pages total. I'm enjoying it, but I kind of wonder if I'm enjoying it enough to kind of keep reading with it or keep reading with the series, just because it feels very, you know, it is a dystopian, so it feels a little bit been there, done that, and that I've read this before in a version, so I don't know if I'm going to end up fully reading this one or not. And then I'm also still reading Glass Sword, and I'm like 2/3 of the way through that book, and I don't know. I think I'm going to give up on that series because I just cannot make it through the book. It's not interesting to me. There's nothing going on, and I don't feel that it's any better than Red Queen. I feel like it's even more, you know, slow and just overall not interesting to me. Red Queen was more interesting to me, and even Red Queen I think I gave only a 3. So I was really hoping that Glass Sword was going to blow me out of the water, and it really hasn't, unfortunately, and I'm already 2/3 of the way through. So I think I might just give up on that one. I'm not really sure I'm going to continue reading something that's just not holding my interest well enough. So those are the things I'm reading. I know I seem in the middle of like 3 or 4 different books right now because I kind of am. I guess I just keep picking up things and either I'm not interested in them and I'm putting them down and deciding to DNF, or I just get wrapped up in something else and I'm not finishing these books. So I really hope that in June, before we go on vacation, I can finish some books. Although I am working the whole rest of the days. Starting tomorrow, I start 17 out of 18 days I'm working. So I don't have a lot of free time, but we'll see how much of this can get read. So if you guys have read any of these books, or if you have any opinions on the books that I'm currently reading and if I should continue reading them, I would really appreciate your thoughts and opinions on that. And I hope you guys have a great reading month. Bye!